A campaign promises? Oh yeah, folks, those are just lies on layaway. Shopping, you don't get them now, no? You have to wait. Wait until after the election. Then when you go to collect, the store is closed, the shelves are empty, and your receipt is written in invisible ink. They line up on TV in their shiny suits, rehearse smiles and little flag pins. And they sell you hope like it's a damn shopping network. Vote now, and in just 4 years, you'll receive a brand new economy, lower taxes, and a pony for every child. And just like a cheap infomercial, the fine print says some restrictions may apply. Side effects include poverty, disappointment, and nuclear war. See, promises in politics are like coupons. They look good, but by the time you try to use them, they're expired. Politicians don't keep promises. They store them in a warehouse of excuses. They dust them off every 4 years, repackage them, and guess what? You buy them all over again. And the best part? They don't even lie well anymore. They recycle. Remember infrastructure, healthcare, jobs? Yeah, those are the greatest hits of bullshit, volume 27. And we keep dancing to the same broken record because, let's face it, Americans love lies. Lies feel better than truth. Lies let you sleep at night. Truth, that'll keep you awake with a loaded gun under your pillow. So yeah, campaign promises are lies on layaway. You'll never see the product, but you'll sure as hell keep paying for it. Campaign promises are nothing more than empty currency. You can't spend them, you can't trade them, you can't trade them, you can't even melt them down for scrap value. They're like Monopoly money, except at least Monopoly money has a board game attached to it. A campaign promise is a fantasy IOU written in disappearing ink, signed by a guy who'll forget your name the second he sits in the big leather chair. Every 4 years, or 2 if you're unlucky, they drag out the same old script and start pretending to care about your rent, your job, your kids, your future. And you eat it up like it's a buffet, because deep down, you'd rather buy a dream than face the nightmare that nothing changes. Politicians have turned the promise into an art form. It's the magic trick of democracy. They wave their hands, smile for the cameras, and poof, your common sense disappears. Suddenly, a grown adult believes that some millionaire in a blue suit is going to lower taxes, raise wages, fix schools, and make potholes vanish like acne in a Clear Essel commercial. They say it all with such confidence you start to think, oh, well, maybe this time it'll be different. But no, it won't pray. It never is, because promises aren't meant to be delivered. They're meant to be dangled. The carrot on a stick that keeps the donkey walking. And in this show, guess who's the donkey? Every promise has the same shelf life as milk left out in the sun. Fresh for a day, stinking the next. They tell you about a jobs programs, a clean energy initiatives, a tax cuts for hardworking families. And by the time you open the box, all you find inside is a note that says, oops, maybe next term. But people still clap. They clap like trained seals, slapping their fins together for another dead fish. And the politicians, oh, they love it because they know you'll never ask for a refund. They sold you hope on credit, and hope has no return policy. The whole thing is a scam, but not even a good scam. At least a con artist on the street has the decency to make you think you're getting something real, like a fake Rolex or a bad lottery ticket. Politicians? They don't even try that hard. They stand there with a teleprompter reading the same bullshit lines they read 4 years ago, and people cheer like it's a brand new song. Oh, we're gonna bring jobs back, they say. Which jobs? From where? And when? They never answer that part. They don't have to. Because the audience doesn't want specifics. Specifics are scary. Specifics mean accountability. No, people want vague promises. They want the warm blanket of bullshit that makes them feel like they matter. It's the world's greatest hustle. They get your vote today and you get nothing tomorrow. It's like buying something on layaway and discovering the store went bankrupt. The shelves are empty, the lights are off, and the manager skipped town with your money. That's campaign promises. Trust us, they say. This time we really mean it. And like a fool, you nod. You nod because deep down you'd rather believe a shiny lie than deal with the ugly truth that the system isn't built to serve you. It's built to serve them. The promise isn't for you. It's for them. It's their ladder, their key, their golden ticket into power. You see, the currency of promises doesn't circulate among the people. No, it circulates among politicians, lobbyists, and corporate donors. They trade promises like Wall Street trades stocks. You back my campaign, I'll promise to look the other way when you dump chemicals into the river. You fund my ads, I'll promise to pretend I care about workers while I cash your checks. And the people get speeches. Pretty little words wrapped in flags and delivered with the sincerity of a used car salesman selling a lemon. But here's the sick part. People line up for it. They demand it, they crave it. Imagine if a candidate ran for office and said, "Listen, folks, I can't fix much. The system's too corrupt. Best I can do is stop it from collapsing a little faster." Would anyone vote for that guy? No, they'd call him depressing. They'd change the channel. They'd say, "Oh, where's the hope? Where's the vision?" People want to be lied to. They want the bedtime story. They want to tuck themselves in at night thinking that tomorrow will be better, even though deep down they know tomorrow is just another rerun of today. That's why campaign promises are the perfect scam. They never have to come true. They're not legally binding, morally binding, or even socially binding. They're balloons filled with hot air, floating just high enough to stay out of reach. And when they pop, the politicians shrug and say, "Well, we tried." Tried what? Tried lying more convincingly. Tried cashing more checks. Tried keeping a straight face while you screwed over an entire country. So campaign promises are empty currency. They buy elections, not solutions. They buy power, not progress, and the saddest part is the people keep investing in them, hoping for a return that never comes. It's like putting your savings into a slot machine that never pays out. Pull the lever, hear the jingle, see the flashing lights, but the jackpot? That's reserved for someone else. Always has been, always will be. Every election is like a garage sale of lies. They haul out the same dusty slogans, polish them up, slap on some new paint, and call it a fresh ideas. But if you've been paying attention longer than 5 minutes, you know you've seen this crap before. It's the same greatest hits album of political bullshit, re-released every 4 years with a new cover design. They change the font, maybe the background color, but the songs are the same, the lyrics are the same, and they're still out of tune. Think about it. Jobs, taxes, healthcare, education, security. That's the whole playlist. It never changes. The only thing that changes is the pitchman. One guy says, "I'll bring back jobs." Another one says, "I'll protect your jobs." And the next one says, "I'll create new jobs." But what do you get? No jobs. Just a lot of talk about jobs. America has more conversations about jobs than actual jobs. At some point, you'll realize the job they're really talking about is their own. They're not trying to get you a job. They're trying to keep theirs. And the slogans? Oh, the slogans are priceless. A change you can believe in. A stronger America. A make America great again. A building back better. How many times are we going to fall for this recycled advertising copy? These aren't visions. They're bumper stickers. You don't run a country with bumper stickers, folks. You run a car into a tree with bumper stickers. And the politicians know it doesn't matter. They know the public has the memory of a goldfish on Xanax. So they feed you the same line every cycle, and you eat it like it's a new flavor of ice cream. Except it's the same old freezer-burned tub they've been scooping from since Eisenhower. It's all packaging. Imagine a box of cereal that never has any cereal in it. Every election they redesign the box. New mascot, brighter colors, some fake health claims on the side. And you buy it again because you think, "Oh, maybe this time there's something inside." Nope, just an empty box and a toy made in China. And by the time you realize it, you're already shopping for the next box. Politicians are the only salesmen in history who can sell you nothing, deliver less than nothing, still keep you coming back for more. It's the recycling industry of politics. Not recycling cans or bottles. No, that would be useful. They recycle lies. They recycle fear. They recycle patriotism, religion, and family values like plastic bags at the grocery store. Same bag, different store. One year they're fighting terrorism. The next year they're protecting freedom. Then they're defending democracy. But it all boils down to the same scam. Keep you scared, keep you hopeful, and keep you voting. And the people, oh, they love it. They pretend like they don't. But they do, because people like familiarity. People want the same story told again and again, like children begging for the same bedtime tale. Tell me again how you're going to fix the schools. Tell me again how you'll cut taxes. Tell me again how you'll make the country safe. And the politician obliges because he knows it doesn't matter if it comes true. It only matters if it sounds good. You don't have to deliver a bedtime story. You just have to tell it in a soothing voice until the kid falls asleep. And let's be honest, politicians aren't even good at lying anymore. At least back in the day, they made an effort. They'd come up with clever slogans, some nice alliteration, a new jingle for the campaign. Now they just reheat the leftovers. It's political microwave dinners, open change, a law and order, the stronger together. They don't even bother changing the words. They just hope you forgot who used them last time. And most people did. Because Americans don't have political memory. They have political amnesia. Every 4 years, it's like the Etch-a-Sketch gets shaken clean and the same promises can be drawn all over again. The funniest part is when they accuse each other of lying. One candidate says, "My opponent is full of empty promises." Oh, really? What the hell do you think you're selling, pal? You're both standing in a landfill of recycled garbage, pointing at each other's trash and pretending yours smells like roses. It's a comedy show. One guy promises to drain the swamp, the next guy promises to clean the swamp, and the third guy promises to protect the swamp. Meanwhile, the swamp keeps expanding, and the alligators keep getting fatter. This recycling of lies is the only real bipartisan effort in America. Doesn't matter if you're red or blue, conservative or liberal, elephant or donkey. The business model is the same. Promise, recycle, repeat. They fight on TV, call each other names, stir up the crowd, but behind the scenes they're drinking from the same trough. They all know this secret. The system isn't designed to solve problems. It's designed to talk about problems. Talking about problems gets you elected. Solving them puts you out of business. So the cycle continues. Every campaign season, they load up the trucks with refurbished slogans, reheated speeches, and pre-owned promises. They parade around like it's a brand new inventory, but it's the same junk they've been peddling for decades, and the public loyal customers that they are line up once again. They clap, they cheer, they put signs on their lawns, convinced that this time the lies are new, this time the packaging means something different. But it never does. Because in politics, the product never changes. Only the packaging does. Politicians don't lie in a vacuum. They lie because it works. They lie because the people eat it up. Every time they make some absurd promise and still get your vote, you're giving them permission to do it again. They're not magicians pulling tricks out of hats. They're waiters taking your order. And guess what you keep ordering? Lowers. You want lies with extra cheese, lies with a side of fries. Lies served on a patriotic platter with the national anthem playing in the background. And when you swallow it, you smile, wipe your mouth, and say, "Thanks. May I have another?" The cycle doesn't survive because politicians are clever. It survives because voters are gullible. The people are like bad parents who reward their kid for lying. The kid says, "I'll clean my room, I promise." You know damn well the room is a disaster zone, but you hand them ice cream anyway. Politicians are those kids. They know they don't have to deliver, they just have to say the words. And the people clap like trained seals, balancing beach balls on their noses for another fish. And don't give me that crap about the lesser of two evils. That's the laziest excuse in the book. When you vote for the lesser of two evils, you're still voting for evil. You're just picking the one with a nicer smile and better hair. It's like being forced to choose between food poisoning and food poisoning and food poisoning with a mint. Either way, you're still puking in the toilet. But people love the ritual. They love pretending they've got power. They love walking into that booth, pushing a button, and thinking they've made a difference. It's the illusion of participation. A little dopamine hit, like pulling a lever on a slot machine. Ding, 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 congratulations, you've chosen your new liar. And the people defend these liars. That's the funniest part. They argue with each other, yell at strangers online, get into fights at Thanksgiving dinner over which liar is a better. They wear t-shirts, wave flags, paint signs, march in rallies, all to cheer for someone who wouldn't piss on them if they were on fire. They build cults of personality around guys who see them as numbers on a spreadsheet. And when those promises inevitably get broken, they don't blame the politician. Oh no, they blame the other side. Our guy tried. It was the other guy's fault. That's how deep the denial goes, like battered spouses defending their abusers. And every time you clap for their speeches, every time you defend their failures, every time you pull that lever and hope for magic, you're signing the contract again. The lies don't just belong to them, they belong to you too.